What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is almost September, so that means a lot of you might be going back to school, or you might have kids that are going back to school. Either way, it might be time for a brand new pair of kicks. And Adidas has definitely been one of the most popular brands in sneakers right now because of how versatile and affordable most of their sneaker options are. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 options from Adidas for back to school that not only look great, but are affordable as well. All right, let's move into option number 1. Now, I'm sure you are expecting me to recommend maybe the trendiest sneaker of the last 2 years, which of course has been the Adidas Samba. You might have seen it already 100 times on your Explore page, but instead I'm going to recommend a pretty new sneaker from the brand, which is the Adidas Samba XLG. This is essentially an oversized version of the Samba, and Adidas has in the past made several different versions of their most popular shoes. Even the Samba, for example, you can get the Sambays. However, my favorite that they have done in quite a long time are these right here, the XLG. Similar to how Nike has the SB version of the regular Nike Dunks, you can kind of think of this pair as just that. This is like the XL version of the Samba, or like an oversized version. It's a lot thicker, it's a lot puffier as well, and the materials on these are pretty good. The leather on this does feel softer than the regular Sambas. There's a lot of padding all over the shoe, including on the tongue. Like, have a look at that super padded tongue you see on this shoe. And all this padding, when you have the sneaker on feet, makes this quite comfortable. In fact, I actually find this pair to be a lot more comfortable than your regular Sambas. If you weren't really a fan of that very slim profile of the Sambas, well then this is a great alternative. The retail price, however, is $110, which is $10 more than the retail for the regular version. And for sizing on this, thankfully the sizing on this pair is actually way better than the normal Sambas, which for me have always been a very narrow shoe. So narrow in fact that I always have to go up half a size in that pair. But not with these. With these I got them in my true size and they fit perfect. Even with all that padding, they don't feel too tight. And most importantly, here in the midfoot area, they are definitely wider than the regular Sambas. So even if you have wider feet, I think you can go true to size in these. They come in lots of pretty neutral colorways as well, making this a great back to school option. The next shoe we're going to talk about is the Adidas Handball Spezial, which actually right now is the top selling sneaker for Adidas. And you can definitely see why, especially with this very popular black colorway. These are just a super versatile shoe that just go with anything. You can wear them with pants, you can wear them with shorts, and of course you can wear them to school. I used to actually go to a school that had a school uniform where I could only wear black standard looking sneakers. This right here would be a perfect option for that. If you're wondering what exactly is the difference between this pair and the Adidas Samba, well, there are quite a few. First of all, the shape of the sneaker is actually quite slanted compared to the Sambas, which are quite flat. You also have a much higher ankle collar on these. And also materials wise, typically the Sambas are made out of leather. However, the Handball Spezials are normally made out of suede. These have become really popular because they do release in many different neutral colorways. The retail price on these is also $110. For sizing on these, you have to keep in mind that these do fit quite big. So for me, I go a half size down from my true size. I normally wear a US 11, but in these I go down to a 10.5, and I highly suggest you do the same. I think even if you have wider feet, you might want to go down half a size, because I do feel quite a bit of heel slippage when I go true to size in this pair. What I also noticed with this shoe compared to some of the other Adidas models is that these do feel quite comfortable on feet. There's a pretty thick insole in there and also quite good arch support. So this is just a great everyday option. The next pair we're going to talk about is the Adidas Gazelle Indoor. This is definitely the loudest alternative out of all of the classic Adidas models, and that's because they usually do come in some pretty bright colors, although there are some neutral options as well, and they are also made out of a variety of materials. This pair that I have right here is made out of nylon, but some of the other pairs are made out of suede or leather. The retail price, however, is actually the highest on this list, so these do go for $120. At least for me, this is actually my favorite looking Adidas model. I just think it's a very clean shoe. A very subtle difference is on the toe area. Most of these shoes have this classic T shape on the toe. However, you'll notice that the mud guard on the Gazelle is a bit more exaggerated. You'll see it raises up quite a bit here compared to the other models. And for sizing on these pairs, once again, these do fit quite big, so I would definitely suggest going down half a size. I'm wearing these in a 10.5. Adidas does make great models, models, but the sizing for me has always been quite confusing because it is quite different for every shoe. These, I can definitely tell you from experience, you got to go down half a size. So if you are looking for a sneaker with a bit more pop, something that really stands out, then I think out of all the sneakers on this list, the Gazelle is probably your best bet. Moving on, let's talk about the Adidas Campus 2000s, a shoe that has become really popular recently. It's another sneaker that is an updated version of an older Adidas model. This time it is the Campus 80s. I personally much prefer this Campus 2000s version. It comes with these very fat laces and also this very fat tongue. You can tell that this shoe is definitely very much skateboarding inspired. It kind of has a similar shape to most skateboarding shoes. On feet, these do feel very comfortable thanks to all that padding. And in terms of fit, I think this is just one of the best fitting shoes out of all the ones mentioned in this video. Even if you're a wide footer, I think you can easily go true to size. There's just the right amount of room in the toe area when you go true to size in these. They do retail for $110, yet another pretty affordable option from the brand. I think these are great. This is definitely one of my favorite recent Adidas models because I really like the casual look this achieves. And they do come in quite a few easy to wear colorways, and also if you're looking for something a bit more crazy, you got some loud colors in there as well. And finally, let's talk about one of the most classic Adidas models, which is the Adidas Superstar. These were actually my go-to shoe back when I was in high school. In fact, it was the first ever sneaker that I bought with my own money, so I do have some good memories with this shoe. The Superstar, I think, is the perfect balance between all of the shoes I've talked about in this video, because they're not really a chunky shoe, but they're not slim either. They're kind of right in the middle. They're also made out of leather, and if you buy them in this classic black color, well, then you have a shoe that won't look dirty for a very long time. They're super easy to clean, and they also retail for a super budget-friendly price of just $100. I would definitely say the Superstar belong on that very short list of sneakers that really never ever go out of style. For sizing, for me, these fit perfectly going true to size, and they're quite similar to the Campus 2000s in terms of fit, meaning that even if you have wide feet, I think you can go true to size in these. A simple pair of black Superstars, I think, could belong in anyone's sneaker rotation. Definitely another great option for back to school. So those are some of the 5 best classic Adidas models. There are, of course, several others that are quite affordable. Another one that I didn't mention in this video, but I actually do wear quite a bit, is the SL72. If you want some of that retro type of look, then that's also a great option. Do let me know in the comments what is your favorite sneaker out of all the ones that I mentioned, and if you're planning on buying one for back to school. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and also check me out on Instagram. That is where I am the most active, dropping content on there daily, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.